We're in Chicago. It's NeoCon 2008. I'm with John Woo from Novalis. This is day 2 of the show. How's the show been?
Good, good. I think the show is very busy. Yeah, so we're here in our showroom here, which is not within the marts, but we still see a lot of traffic coming through, so we're good.
Yeah, how do you do that? You got a lot. I mean, this place is pretty full.
It is pretty full, yeah. So, we have a good bunch of sales reps that help us bring our architect and designers come through. And when they come here, they have a little bit of nice event and have a drink and, see our product. So,
talk about Novalis and the commercial marketplace.
In U.S., we handle the Novalis brand under a AVA banner, AVA. And it's been around for about 3 years now. We have several product line of LVT in the collection, anything from a glue down to a loose lay to a WPC construction products. We have that. So our group of sales reps go ahead into the market and try to specify, try to work with the architect and designer to specify jobs for us. So,
how has the market changed with everybody and their cousin involved in LVT?
I think it's bringing a lot of positive visibility into the product lines. When you get every company, every reputable company is trying to sell LVT, it actually really helps push the market acceptance of the products. You really can't be any flooring company without LVT. So right now you can see that in the show too. So
I was in a carpet manufacturer's stand yesterday, and this was a major player. And they are now selling LVT. They say they sell more LVT than they do broadloom.
I would not be surprised by that, yeah. And then if you walk the show, I was earlier in the show today, you can see many of the soft service company actually has more hard surface on the floor than soft surface. And it's quite amazing. And I also noticed that almost all the furniture showrooms now have hard surface on the floor is mostly LVT.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it seems to me over the last, 10 years, a love affair, just absolutely crazy over everybody crazy over LVT.
Yes, absolutely. So I think, the LVT as itself has, the design has been has evolved over time. The product has evolved over time in terms of performance. And people are finally recognizing the commercial durability of the product, the ease of installation, the ease of maintenance, together with the design flexibility. And just, you have so many options even with the installation methods, from glue down to a free lay, loose lay product, to a lock together click product, to a WPC. SPC now, so the options are infinite, so it can apply to different segments of the business and different area of installation.
So that's got to be confusing to players specifying LVT. I mean, they've got so many options, they have to make some bad choices, I suppose.
Well, I think it's up to the salespeople and now us as a manufacturer to educate and truly understand what the user's needs are. The designer come to you say, "Hey, I have this need," and then you have to understand what that need is and recommend the right products, right? So
that's the tough part is, and I suppose mistakes are made.
I'm sure there's mistakes are made. Corners are cut. Yeah. So yeah.
Now, designers, architects, I guess there's more of them here at this show than ever before. At least it seems to me. It's been impossible to get anywhere in that building. It's always been difficult, but never this difficult. Yeah. They must be here, for the most part, asking about LVT. And I wonder what kind of questions they're asking. Are they asking questions that are unique, that maybe you've not heard before?
I think in general, designers are now finally already have a concept of what LVT is. They've used it, they've seen it being used, so there are not too many questions asking about it. There's still the odd questions about what is it made of, the PVC content, etc., the recycled content, etc. But more and more is really asking for what kind of certification do you have. Is the floor score certified? Does it have a declare label? Do you have an HPD? Those are the questions that are almost must have now. Yeah.
What about budgets? I can remember what's happened with laminate. And I guess a lot of people were a little bit tense that maybe that was going to also take place in the LVT arena. Has it?
It has not. I think I'm happy to see that it has not, because the product actually evolves over time in terms of quality and methods for installation. So we are bringing higher value product to the market to give more performance benefits. And I think the installers, the contractors, the end users, the architect designer are all seeing a little bit of that. So there is competition. There's always the low price player. But once you introduce the new concept, the performance advantage, the life cycle cost, they kind of understand that, and hopefully build in the budget, something that's more durable. So,
what market segments do you focus on with your LVT?
Commercially, LVT, which I think is one of the greatest strengths of LVT, is that it applies to all segments of the business. Initially when we launched our Ava brand product, was more focused on the multi-family corporate world. We are now seeing a great transition. Last year when we launched the product called Spark, which is a product that we designed with 38 colors, muted colors, that really works well in terms of education segment, and we're seeing a lot of business coming through from last year's specification. This year we're launching a product that's more designed for the healthcare industry. It's actually a PVC-free resilient sheet. So we see this one as our next big thing for our business.
How about hospitality? Is that something it seems like I see it in a lot more hotels than I used to.
Yeah. Thank you for asking that. I forgot about hospitality. Yes, hospitality is huge. More than one of these large hotel groups are making a conscious effort to switch from soft service to hard service, if it's not in the whole room, but at least part of the room. So definitely in soft service, as you said, you're seeing in more and more hotels. It's no longer just limited to the bathroom, the kitchenette area, or the common area. You're now seeing them in rooms as well. So, and I make an effort to stay in LVT rooms.
Now, with all the people that are selling, I don't know how many are producing, but a lot of people selling LVT. I mean, there must be just endless variety. Would you like to wager a guess as to how many types of LVT there are out there in the marketplace?
I don't think that's not possible. That's not possible. Everybody's a little similar, but everybody's also a little different. So the variety, the permutation, the combination of whether PU sizes is really infinite. I mean, the flexibility of the LVT and the way it's produced is quite incredible. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm not a specifier with all those options. It seemed like endless.
Specifiers just have to pick what they like. That's what it is. At the end of the day, design plays a huge part. In the world. So you got to have something that is really trendy design, trend driven, and catch the designer's eye.
Now, you had mentioned one of the lines had a multitude of colors. I guess especially in this day and age, it seems like that's what gets people into various stands at the merchandise mart. Color, fashion, different kind of looks, and there's certainly a lot being displayed this year.
Absolutely. You can say we're in the flooring business, but flooring is a fashion business. It's a design business, so you got to have the right products. The multicolor ones that we offer is really quite trendy, and designers say, "Wow, I've seen people with 24 colors. I haven't seen people with 38 colors." So giving them options, right? At the end, they may pick only a few of the more natural color, but they need those for highlights areas. Yeah.
What's been, say, over the last 12 months, the biggest challenge from Novalis in terms of marketing LVT?
It's the speed to the market right now with every new product introductions. You got to really make that short in order to capture the markets. To service the market is becoming more challenging because you're not making just glue down LVT now. You're making glue down. You're making loose lay, WPC, SPC. So to try to capture that market in the highest in a more speedy way is really quite challenging. Not only for us but for any manufacturers. Yeah.
Do people ask about maintenance when you're talking to a prospective customer?
They do. They're always concerned. Experts in the healthcare industry, in the education industry, with a lot of traffic, they always ask about maintenance. They're concerned over scratch resistance. Does a scratch? Does a scuff? How easy it is to clean, etc. So, we actually product has one of the best PU coating on it. That's anti-scratch and anti-scuff, and it's really good. So, so we have a story to tell with our product line, and that's been good for us. Yeah.
So if we're sitting here talking next year, what sort of things are you going to be telling me about? I won't tell anybody.
No, I'm telling somebody then. I think we'll be sitting here and say, "Hey, wow, that was a great year, and looks like it's going to be a couple more years." Yeah.
What kind of growth? In that you said that, what kind of growth are we talking about over this last year in the whole LVT category?
It's definitely high teens.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's by far the biggest growth segment in this industry.
Absolutely, yeah. I think nobody really can grow the business without having LVT in their collection right now. Yeah.
Now, I guess I have to ask you about installation, and it seems like one of the things LVT has done is to seek to make it easier and perhaps more efficient.
Yes, yeah. So LVT, traditionally glue down LVT is still very good. It gives you a lot of design freedom. But loose lay, free lay product is actually very popular right now. Even though some people might glue in the large area, but it's still a very nice product. The thickness of the product gives you some acoustic benefit as well as minimum subfloor prep. Now with WPC and SPC, again, easy to install. Take away the installation concern over uneven subfloor and acclimation. So it's actually very nice. Yeah.
John, I appreciate you having us up here and giving us some time to speak. I enjoyed it.
Always good talking to you, Dave. Yeah.
We've been talking with John Wu. He is the president and CEO of Novalis. We're at NeoCon 2018 in Chicago, and this is Talk Floor TV.